Bill O'Reilly thinks he is the target of discrimination, religious discrimination, because his television movie based on his book Killing Jesus has been mocked by the so-called liberal press. This is amazing.
This is very bad news for the secular progressive movement, which sees Christian expositions as a threat to their political agenda. Opposition to abortion, gay marriage, legalized narcotics, and libertine behavior in general often comes from faith-based organizations and citizens. So any embrace of Christian tradition is a danger to the agenda of the left. It was easy to see that in the articles about Killing Jesus.
This is so bad for the left. You see, I actually did a crappy movie based on a crappy book that I wrote, and the left doesn't like it. But it's because they don't like it because it's against their values. Libertine values. Libertine. Sounds a lot like liberty. Are you against liberty, Bill? That's a good question. But Bill O'Reilly, back to him, of course, whining about how the liberal press is taking apart his movie. Let's go to what he says about the New York Times.
Again, critics can disagree, and that's good. But there are plenty of phony critiques floating around designed to promote ideology above all. The New York Times even denigrated Killing Jesus, the movie, by directing its readers to a critic who says the Gospels in the Bible are, quote, myths and legend, unquote. I mean, really? How insulting is that? The only myth in play here is that the New York Times is an objective source of information.
The Gospels in the Bible are myth and legend. How insulting is that? Really, Bill? Really? That's what you're whining about? Oh, a New York Times writer just doesn't agree with me on religion. He thinks they're myth and legend. Okay, well, do you have any proof? You have any proof? Oh, it must be in this book they call the Bible. You know, the Bible existing isn't exactly concrete proof when it comes to all of that stuff that the Bible claims. But whatever, we're not here in a religion class, okay? We're not here to debate the truthiness, as Colbert would call it, of the religion, okay, of Christianity. No, what we're here is we're talking about O'Reilly. O'Reilly feels that not only is he persecuted, but he's a chosen. Check out this interview that they had when O'Reilly had released the book Killing Jesus that he had with 60 Minutes. Check this out.
When the book Killing Jesus was released, I sat for an interview with 60 Minutes. All of the ideas come to me in the middle of the night. And one night, I just woke up and it went, Killing Jesus. And I believe, because I'm a Catholic, that comes from the Holy Spirit. My inspiration comes from that. And so I wrote Killing Jesus because I think I was directed to write that.
You believe the Holy Spirit directed you to write Killing Jesus?
Yes, I believe that.
And why would the Holy Spirit choose you?
You're asking me to speculate about the deity.
Well, you are suggesting that you are the chosen one, Bill.
I'm not the chosen one. I'm just one of many who have been given gifts. I can write and I can bloviate on TV. So I'm trying to use the gifts in a positive way. And I believe that's all directed, and that's why I'm here on the planet.
The Holy Spirit chose me to write a book. And you want to complain that the New York Times writer calls the stuff myths and legends and actually calls you crazy and mocks you? Actually, you are going to complain about people mocking you.
Well, after that explanation, the secular progressive press mocked me, saying that I was talking directly with God or something. Apparently the concept, just the concept, of a Holy Spirit that provides inspiration to humans is a foolish superstition to them. But would these same people mock tenets of Islam?
Yes.
I think you know the answer to that question. The truth is, it is open season on Christians in America, and faith is not held in high esteem in the halls of Manhattan media operations.
No, Bill, we mock you because you claim to be inspired by God. That's ridiculous. And look, he also asked, and it's a good question. Actually, it's not even a good question. Would liberals mock the tenets of Islam? I think we all know the answer to that question. Yeah, Bill, it's yes. I mock Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the spraying of the goat's blood and whatever on the doorways. Is that Judaism? Or is that Christianity? I forget. Mocking the tenets of Islam, yeah, we also do that. We mock all religions because they're, because we mock religions because a lot of their stuff sounds ridiculous. Maybe not if you're a goat herder back in the 1st century. But nowadays, when we actually do have more understanding of the world, yeah, it does sound pretty ridiculous. But I love how he says there's a war on Christianity. Really? How's that going for you, Bill? Most of the United States is majority Christian. But he says, quote, "Here in America, we often see Christians marginalized, mocked, and portrayed as bigots and human rights abusers. No, well, there are some Christians that certainly fit the bill. Bill. There are some Christians that don't. In fact, the majority of Christians aren't. They're not human rights abusers. They're not bigots. They follow a personal religion. We're fine with that. But people like Bill O'Reilly, they're against giving people rights. Right to marriage and, of course, keeping their religion out of the government, which is actually a violation of the First Amendment. The First Amendment right, freedom from religion. But no, we're mocked. He says, Christians are mocked. It's time to push back on that. Killing Jesus may have opened some eyes in that arena, and the left doesn't like that at all. Look, man, I don't care about you and your crappy book or crappy TV movie. There are plenty of Christian movies that have done extremely well and are actually good movies. Maybe the fact that you're being criticized is because you made a shitty movie.